Hi, the Newsmate is very happy to have the Acham Madam Nanam director and the lead actor with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little about the film? The trailer looked very interesting. We saw that today, and if you can tell us a little about the story and what went into the making of it.
So,
Yes.
it is a coming of age dramedy, and
Hmm.
it's about this girl called Pavitra, who's a teenager, 19-year-old, who studies engineering, and she's from a conservative family in Chennai. And the story is about a choice that the character makes, and how the choice may or may not affect her life. So that's the whole idea.
Interesting. So, Akshara, tell us when you heard the story of
Hmm.
Pavitra, the main character, what did you think of the character and the story and the choice that she makes?
It was very different from what I usually do, and it's quite exciting to be very honest. But predominantly, it was something very different from what I usually do. So, apart from that, I'd say Raja Sir's clarity of how he wants to make it is what made me say yes to the film in a way. Yeah.
Interesting. And Raja, can you tell us,
Yeah.
while working on the story and the script, what are the things that you had in mind? Because, like you said, the one line is about the choice that she makes.
Yeah.
If you can just tell a little more about what you had in mind while working on the script, what made you think of that story in particular, and the casting also.
Right. I think this kind of story. I don't think we've seen this kind of story, at least in Tamil. uh, and very few films in India has dealt about this theme. So I thought it was very fresh. So I thought I should take it up. I should do a film about this idea. So that's how it started. And I thought even when I was writing, I thought it would be nice. The film is about the female gaze.
Right.
So I thought it would be great to have more female collaborators, right? So the movie predominantly like 90 to 95% has a female cast and crew, right? So that I think that was an interesting choice, and it has yielded a lot of it has enhanced my vision. And we stayed true to the theme of the movie. We were also honest during the filmmaking process. We didn't make any compromises. So these kind of choices helped me make an honest film. So that's something I'm very happy about. In terms of casting, I think we were casting against type. Um, be it Akshara, be it Usha ma'am or Malgudi Shubha ma'am, they were all cast against type. They don't play their real selves. They play the polar opposite character. So, yeah.
So that's right. What you said was very interesting. You have a complete female
Yeah.
casting crew.
Yeah.
And you're also talking about the female gaze. Can you tell us a little more about, because we're also talking about the male gaze right now,
Right, right.
especially with what's going on in the
Yeah,
news as
sure.
well.
Yeah.
So if you can tell us a little about the male gaze in the industry and your what kind of a new change, new vision that your film would bring.
So, like I mentioned, just having more female collaborators, right?
Okay.
So we are subverting the formula,
Right.
subverting the male gaze. So it is a story about a female teenager. So we see it from her perspective, from her viewpoint. So it's shot by a cinematographer who's a female. Editor is female. The production designer is a female, right? So all these choices, these are collective choices. So it influences a lot, even during the scripting stage, right? I take inputs from my female crew, from the cast members. Say, I ask them if I'm getting this aspect right. So all these things make help me make an honest film. Like that's true, that gets the female gaze right. So having more female collaborators, ideally it should be 100%. Even the writer director should be female. So, but in this case, I was the only one. So, but yeah, it helped me a lot.
Interesting. Akshara, can you tell us your definition of a good woman? Because the title is The Myth of a Good Woman. So, can you tell us who do you think, or what makes a good woman according to you?
See, there are different kinds of women out there. There are different kinds of personalities out there in general. I feel the better question would be what makes a person a good person?
Mm.
Uh, what makes a person a good person is the fact that they are still respectful to the other person in front of them. Doesn't matter what strata of life they're from. Show compassion, kindness, and just try and be harmonious with everybody around. And try and be as peaceful as you can, I guess.
I also have another question for you. You said in some of your interviews that people think you are the good and the smart kid, like the chamat ponnu. So you said you want to take up roles that were different from that personality. So how close do you think Pavitra will come to you or how different is she from you in real life?
To be honest, as a kid I was quite not so chamattu, although my looks may have said otherwise. I was quite the naughty child as a kid, always getting into some small harmless trouble. I was safe that way. But I always used to, as a young sibling, blame it on my sister. I'm like, I didn't do, my sister did. Poor thing, I feel really bad because she got the brunt of a lot of my troubles. So when it comes to the character Pavitra and how similar Pavitra and Akshara are, not at all similar. We're actually quite different.
So Raja,
Yeah.
can you tell us, have you based the characters on the real women you know in life?
Yeah, a lot of women I know, and see, I think the character will be related to the millennial generation. This is something I think every girl goes through, right? I think the conditioning that a girl goes through, right? Especially in our society, I think that aspect, I think every girl will be able to relate, especially the millennial generation will be able to relate to this character, and it is based on several women I know.
And you come from a family of actors, right? So have you ever felt that pressure to perform?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, because I didn't want Tamil சொல்லுவாங்கல மானம் கெட்டு போக கூடாது. That was the pressure for me. அவங்க மானம் shouldn't ruin that. That was the only pressure I felt from myself because it is a responsibility. Because what you do will reflect on them and what they do will reflect on me. So that was, I feel, the only time I felt that I needed to do a good job. And for that, you need to be honest in what you do and give it the best. Give it your best and your 100%. And you don't have to conform into how they are doing it or anything. We have to have our own set of experiences, including my sister, which will teach us something different and make us our own kind of actor, separate from our parents, and add to the Hasan name.
Nice. And because you started your answer with Tamil, tell us, have you dubbed for this one?
Yes.
Interesting. So how would you say you fared? Because you dubbed for your previous film as well.
Yes.
So how do you think your language and dubbing has come so far?
Pretty well, actually. I'm better than before, definitely. And from the time I've dubbed for AMNP as well, it has gotten better. And for AMNP, Raja sir was really there to help me in case he wanted me to say something different. And honestly, I find dubbing a lot of fun. And to be able to dub for myself and try speaking in a different way, where you have to re-emote everything which you did earlier, and it's a good place to tweak things. So it was quite interesting for this project, and it was quite exciting. It was different and nice to see Raja's sir's perspective on it as well.
And coming back to the film, the trailer, we saw that there was some kind of a restriction, something scandalous that the other characters are referring to. So did you have do's and don'ts growing up from your family members? Were you at all restricted?
Yeah, in terms of safety and well-being, yes. But otherwise, we were given the freedom to be who we are, and we were encouraged to be who we are. As long as our well-being and safety is intact, and so is the other person's, then we were fine. And if we were, and the basic thing of like, don't lie, don't be dishonest, don't be hurtful, don't be insensitive. That is something that you should not do in general. And apart from that, we were given the freedom to be who we are and try new things as long as we're fine, health wise, mentally, emotionally, and safe.
Right. And Raja, there's another question I wanted to ask you. So a lot of films sometimes when it has a woman heading the film, they call it a woman-centric film. I don't think you've called Acham Nadam a woman-centric film.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the term itself? And also you can tell us a little about the portrayal of women characters in Tamil cinema also.
I'm not a big fan of the term. Just because you have a female protagonist doesn't make your film a female-centric film.
Right.
I mean, a truly female-centric film will have more female collaborators. I think that makes sense. I mean, if you take our films, Indian films, especially Tamil films, right? If they term a film as female-centric film, it is usually about a character, a female, who is the victim of circumstances, or she takes up a huge issue, or she a survivor of a terminal illness. So I'm just saying. I mean, we never see girls having fun on screen. It is always about a serious issue, right? So I think I'm not saying these kind of movies shouldn't be made, but these are the only kind of movies that are being made in Tamil, and that's something I have a problem with. With AMNP, I think it also shows a side of girls, women we don't see in our movies. We see camaraderie between them, right? We see girls having fun, right? Girls that are real, girls that are relatable. So I think that's kind of new for Tamil cinema.
Nice. And also working with the women crew must have been very interesting.
I felt proud and I was like, oh my god, I feel so much more powerful and like wow, we're being given the same equal opportunities, and I'm like, wow, it is so lovely to see this because most industries are male dominated, even the technicians, and this one we hired female technicians, and I'm like, yes, finally equal opportunities. So it felt good. And it's different. Women have a different perspective and bring something different to the table, definitely. So I'm glad this happened.
So those were my questions. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.